Yep.
So let's look at that, because that's exceedingly important as to how the Bolshevik Revolution got started. The Bolshevik Revolution was secretly supported and funded by an occult group of internationalists, what we now call globalists, called the Committee of 300, and its social engineering think tank known today as the Tavistock Institute of Human Relations. The Tavistock Institute of Human Relations is located in London, UK. It branched from the Tavistock Clinic, a mental health trust founded in London in 1920, and was formally established as a separate entity in September of 1947, while not existing under its current name, the Tavistock Institute, until the 1940s. The origin of the Tavistock Institute goes back to the creation of what is known as Wellington House, Britain's war propaganda bureau during World War I. The absolute best and most scholarly author on the topic of the Tavistock Institute, really there's two of them. Number one, you have to check out the works of John Coleman. All of his work is brilliant, but particularly this book, The Tavistock Institute of Human Relations. Now, you can find this book digitally online. Try finding a real copy of it. Try finding a physical copy of it. Okay? They don't want people to know what's in this book. Do you know how much a physical copy of this book goes for today? Easily over $1,500. Easily. And they know nobody's going to, no average person's going to go out and buy a book for that much money. You know? Most people don't want to spend that much money on a car, let alone a book. Okay? So you can find this digitally. It is out there digitally. Physical copy is going to be a lot harder to come by. The other person is Daniel Esculin, who I highly recommend his work on Tavistock. Wellington House was originally directed by Alfred Harmsworth, the first Viscount Northcliffe, or Lord Northcliffe, appointed Lord to the British royalty, and his younger brother, Harold Harmsworth, the first Viscount Rothermere, or Lord Rothermere. So there's Lord Northcliffe, and here is Lord Rothermere. Their mandate was to produce an organization capable of manipulating public opinion and directing that manufactured opinion for public support for a declaration of war by Great Britain against Germany during World War I. Funding for Wellington House was provided by the British royal family and later by the Rothschild banking family, to whom Lord Northcliffe was related through marriage. Also by the Milner Group of Lord Alfred Milner, more on him later, and Rockefeller family trusts. That's where their funding came from. A prominent member of Wellington House was renowned historian Arnold Toynbee. Toynbee later worked for another London-based think tank, Chatham House, which is also known as the Royal Institute for International Affairs, directly associated with the Crown of England. In his book, America and World Revolution, Toynbee advocated for a world government, stating, quote, "If we are to avoid mass suicide," meaning the Anglo-American establishment, "we must have our world state quickly. And this probably means that we must have it in a non-democratic form to begin with. We will have to start building a world state now on the best design that is practicable at the moment." Toynbee also said that his world dictatorship would have to, quote, "supplant the local national states which litter the present political map," end quote. He proposed that this future world state must be brought about on the basis of mass propaganda that would make it acceptable to the vast majority of human beings. And on that note, we will break for dinner, and I will see you in an hour and a half at 7 p.m. Excellent. I hope everybody enjoyed their dinner and is ready for our last session today. So we ended off talking about Arnold Toynbee and his role in Wellington House and calling for a world dictatorship, saying that it had to be brought about on the basis of mass propaganda that would make it acceptable to the vast majority of human beings. American journalist